Welcome back. You're watching NewsX. My name is Vineet Malhotra. Pakistan-occupied Kashmir has announced its Azadi from Pakistan. The protest in PoK, which has now been going on for over 20 days, has reached its culmination point. The visuals tell the story, and PoK leaders have announced a march to the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir assembly. PTI has also boycotted the PoK elections, and Kashmiris are also protesting in London. Pakistan Army's attempts to quell the protest in all possible means has failed. Let's listen into the speech given by PoK leaders, which is mesmerizing for all Kashmiris around the world.
देखिए क्या कहते हैं दहशतगर्द है। मैं इनसे कहता हूँ आलमी मीडिया की मौजूदगी में कहता हूँ मैं तमाम इंसानी हकूक की तंजीमों को गवाह बना के कहता हूँ आप सबकी मौजूदगी में कहता हूँ कश्मीरियों के हाथ में बंदूक पाकिस्तान की फौज ने दी थी। कश्मीरियों के हाथ में बंदूक दी पाकिस्तान की फौज ने दी और पूरी पाकिस्तान की फौज ने। और तुम हमें बताते हो हम दहशतगर्द। डिप्टी कमिश्नर रावला कोट तुम यहाँ पर रैलियां निकलवाते थे बंदूकों वाली तलवारों वाली, याद है आप सब?
तजारती रास्ते फिर बाकी इख्तियार कर लिए जाएं। इसलिए गुजारिश ये है हालात को नॉर्मल करने के लिए हुक्मरानों को ये अवाम की स्टेट है। यहाँ पर कोई मार्शल लॉ नहीं है, यहाँ पर कोई डिक्टेटर नहीं है। अगर कोई डिक्टेटर हो तो हम किसी डिक्टेटर को नहीं मानते। कश्मीर के अवाम किसी डिक्टेटर को कबूल नहीं करेंगे, किसी भी डिक्टेटर को कबूल नहीं करेंगे। इसलिए गुजारिश इनसे यही है, यही इनके साथ जो है वो हम जो है वो पुरअमन ज़माने में।
All right, let's discuss this with our guest. Joining us on the platform is Sengay Sering, Gilgit activist. Sajad Raja, PoK activist, also joins us on the show. Ambassador Suresh Goyal, former diplomat, is also with us on the program. Ambassador Goyal, I'll begin with you, sir. So first of all, what do you think what's happening here in PoK? Is this, signaling and indicating towards, a larger goal and a larger attempt to oust the Pakistani occupation of PoK? Also, sir, this has been something which has been culminating for a very, very long time. And as they say, that nobody can stop an idea whose time has come.
Good evening, Vidit. Thank you very much. The question that you put really is a difficult one. What I do, and I can say with some confidence in my assessment, is that there is a lot of unhappiness in POJK, in the sense that they do feel that a lot of injustices have been done to them over a period of time, and that has manifested in terms of the overall investment done by Pakistani government in POJK, extraction of resources, electricity prices, agriculture, all that livelihood which is important to the people in that area. There has been a sense of discrimination, and there has been a clear kind of a feeling that Pakistan is treating POJK as a kind of a stepchild, to say the best, really. Otherwise, it's really like it doesn't belong to them, if I can say that. And therefore, what we are seeing in POJK is a result, is a consequence of that feeling of discrimination. Now, you said about the time that time of which the idea has come. You said about bigger things are happening, and I don't know really, because all those things take time to mature. But the fact is that there is a lot extreme kind of sense of dissatisfaction in being where they are. And I don't know where it is going to go. I really don't want to talk about what can happen there, right? But in a sense, it is what I would say that, if I can say it, rather expected. Because to separate the two parts of Jammu and Kashmir in the way it was done by separating the territory when the whole thing broke up in 1940s, late 40s, has created a problem. I do wish that this problem had been resolved over a period of time. It has not. But what I think is not happening is possibly creating a situation where you have to have either a solution or, I mean, it's one way or the other, as I would say. So therefore, difficult situation, but Pakistan will have to deal with it. Vineet.
You're quite right about that, sir. Let me also rope in Mr. Sajad Raja, PoK activist, into this. Mr. Raja, how are you looking at these protests? There have been many that have happened in the past as well, but they have been silenced. Is this one any different from what we have seen, and will this be silenced too, or do you think this will lead to a momentum which will, free these people who are under the torture of the Pakistani military?
Thank you very much for having me in this program. People of POJK, there is no doubt they are against Pakistan now and they want freedom from Pakistan. There is no doubt in it. But the thing is, basically, what we are observing is that people of POJK don't have any light at the end of the tunnel. They don't know what to do. And unfortunately, some of the leadership is not sincere as well. This movement didn't begin as a movement of independence from Pakistan. It was just a rights movement. And gradually people
Okay, there seems to be a problem with your connection, sir. We've lost your video. Senge Sering, Gilgit activist, also with us on the broadcast. I hope you can hear me. Senge Sering? Senge Sering, I hope you can hear me.
Stuff like that.
You need to unmute, Sangeet. Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you. I'm good. Yeah. Thank you so much, Puneet. Yeah.
All right, there seems to be a
Mr.
problem
Raja
with
is
this.
back,
Yeah.
by the way.
I know.
sorry.
Mr. Raja, if you can hear me, sir. So we lost your video for about 30 seconds. I hope you can hear me now, sir. Please continue with what you were saying.
Sorry, there is probably some disruption. So long story cutting short, the thing is this movement, which basically started as rights movement, were just demanding basic economic rights, basic constitutional rights, basic civil rights. That's what they demanded for, and that's what they stood for. And the leadership on ground in POJK, which has been leading this movement, is on record saying multiple times that this movement is not against Pakistan, this movement is not against Pakistani institutions.
All right, Mr. Raja, we've lost you there again. Senge Sering, I'm going to come to you. Same question for you as well. Is this possibly a momentum-building exercise in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, or do you think that there's too much at stake for Pakistan when it comes to this occupation?
Vineet, thank you so much for having me. They say chicken coming home to roost. That's what's happening with Pakistan. All the wrong decisions because of dishonesty of Pakistan, because of the greed of Pakistan that it took in 1947 are coming back to bite it, and in a very major way. I would say that, we need to look at what's happening exactly right now in the last few months in the background of what is going on between India and Pakistan regarding the Indus Water Treaty. Pakistan is trying to reconfigure its Kashmir policy, and that really affects the people of POJK, the 20 districts of POJK, 10 in Gilgit-Baltistan, 10 in Mirpur Muzaffarabad area. And this is frightening for the people of POJK because Pakistan is trying to absorb these lands in order to claim the entire Indus Water basin in order to claim the legacy of the Indus Valley civilization. And this has been happening because of how India has been treating Pakistan regarding the Indus Water Treaty. The treaty has been put in abeyance. So now Pakistan is saying, wait a second, these rivers, they belong to me. The civilization belongs to me. And because this civilization has been nurtured and evolved on these rivers, I have a bigger claim on these waters than India. And for that, it needs Gilgit-Baltistan and Mirpur, Muzaffarabad, and all these rivers that come as the tributaries of the Indus. And I think this is something that is forcing the Pakistani military. I mean, you can see what's happening on the Pakistani media. They're calling POJK, the lower 10 districts of POJK, as an extension of Pothohar now. They don't want them to call them Kashmiri anymore. They're saying, आप तो पोटोहारी बोलते हैं या आप Kashmiri representative हैं भी नहीं. This is exactly what they're trying to do here, what they have been doing in Gilgit-Baltistan. In Gilgit-Baltistan, because of its proximity to China and Afghanistan, they were saying, you don't speak Kashmiri languages, doesn't matter, you were part of the princely state, but now you're not, you have to claim your own identity, and that is what they're trying to do here. This is scaring the people of POJK, and in addition to what Professor Raja said, it was a rights movement. It was the movement to give us better rights. You've been using our water to build dams. You've been stealing our water. You are not doing any favor by giving us electricity at less, expensive rates. You've been stealing our natural resources. You've been stealing our minerals. So we need to be treated well. We need to be treated with dignity and equality. Give us citizenship rights. Give us constitutional rights. That's been going on for a long time, and now it has taken a turn that I think is going to hurt Pakistan pretty badly, because Pakistan is now trying to attack the identity of the local people. And that is something that is going to create this huge gap in what the people of POJK want in the longer term. As Mr. Sajjad said, they do not have any external support anymore, or at the time being, but eventually they will rise, and I think it is going to be a bigger threat for Pakistan than Balochistan. Vinny.
Right, absolutely right. Ambassador Goel, let's also talk about the ongoing threats as well as the intimidation that Pakistan has been sending towards India when it comes to the Indus Water Treaty. In concomitance, to that occurrence, as well as Pakistan's immature stance on threatening India, coupled with what's happening in POJK, what should India do diplomatically, in your view?
Vinny, there is a whole range of options. As far as the Indus Water Treaty is concerned, India has not abrogated the treaty so far. India has basically just put it on the hold because of the actions from Pakistan and the situation existing in the area. Clearly, the implementation of the treaty depended upon goodwill from both the sides, and that goodwill from one party is missing, and therefore it can't be implemented till the situation becomes right. And Pakistan is concerned really as to what the consequences could have been. It is shouting, screaming about the water not coming into the catchment area. I think that's a bit of a nonsense really, because what we have done is put Pakistan on notice that this is the kind of a consequence you can face unless you really behave in the manner as a neighbor should, and unless you really pay attention to the needs of a good relationship with India. India, two things here. Number one, there is no international treaty, unlike in the case of the law of the seas, UNCLOS, where countries with maritime boundaries are expected to give rights for navigation, harmless navigation, innocent navigation to the countries for trade, etc., etc. And there is a law on that. You can't go against it. In the case of the Upper Riparian, there is no international law, and therefore India as the Upper Riparian, and I'm saying it with some confidence really here, because I know there are people who will question it. As an upper riparian, if we stop the water flowing into Pakistan, we will not be violating any international law. You must say it. So that is as far the IWT is concerned. If we do it, if we don't do it, it's entirely a different matter. Pakistan can't cry and shout that, look, we are stopping our water even if we do this and that. They have no right. China has said it in the case of Brahmaputra, that as the upper riparian, they can do what they need. And you can't stop it. So it depends upon the bilateral relation. Number two, as far as the Pakistan's internal politics itself is concerned, Pakistan has clearly shown that in the minds of the Akas of Pakistan, and when I say Aka, you know what I mean. It's no Shahbaz Sharif. It is Asim Munir who really calls the shots. And for them, it's a Punjabi army which really matters the most. And therefore, for them, besides Punjabi army, nothing else matters. Whether it is Baluchistan or POJK or whatever it is, they will bleed both these areas like they've been doing it now, and they will continue to bleed both these areas and the other areas of Pakistan, whether it is Pakhtunkhwa or whatever it is. They will till they basically know that they can't do it anymore, or Pakistani Punjabi armies वो काफी संतुष्ट हो गए हैं. So from that point of view, Pakistan is actually on the self-destruct path.
You're quite right.
We need to be careful. India needs to be careful that self-destruction does not destroy the adjoining areas of India.
Absolutely right. And Mr. Raja, Ambassador Goel eloquently talked about the fact that, India being the upper riparian country and for China being the upper riparian country for India. Do you think that Pakistan, considering its track record, will employ some sort of a tactic along with China to get to India and try and distract the world as well as to what's happening in PoK?
Yeah, Pakistan has always been doing that, and during this recent movement, this movement has not ended yet. It's continuing, and Pakistan has played all those tactics. And there is no doubt that China shelters Pakistan. China is basically behind Pakistan, and China is the only power which can save Pakistan and which has been saving Pakistan. So another factor is Indo-Chinese bilateral relations. If they improve, if they get better, then probably Pakistan would be sidelined. But we don't see that happening in near future. Pakistan has been trying their best, and they will keep on trying her best. Pakistan will keep on trying best to continue the tactics which they have been using in past. And Pakistani objective is only to somehow maintain the status quo, which has been there for 80 years. And Pakistani intelligence officers have been saying that for 100 years, that initially Pakistani objective was for 100 years to keep the status quo. 80 years have passed, and now for next 20 years, what happens is there are many objective conditions as well. But there is no doubt that people of POJK, POJK means North POJK and South POJK, they are fed up now with Pakistan, and they have realized that they have no future with Pakistan. What India has done this is my personal opinion. India has, at the same time, India has not played her due role, which India should have played. And now, like the present movement, rather than just doing lip service, India should have taken practical steps to uh, pressurize Pakistan, because when India claims that Jammu Kashmir, whole of Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India, India hasn't done anything for the people of POJK, Gilgit Baltistan, and Mirpur Muzaffarabad, as Singh Saab has said. So we think that India should be more proactive to protect the people of POJK. But at the same time, let me make it very clear that people of POJK are upset with India as well, and they don't want to become a part of India. uh, Singh Saab might have his own opinion on that, and my opinion, which I think is correct, uh, can be wrong. Like some.
Let me also bring in Singh once again before we
Well,
wrap up.
wait, Vineet, I mean,
Go
Vineet, you
on.
mentioned about China. It's a travesty of our region that China has been an advocate of Pakistan.
Correct.
That
Is
has
that people
its own double standards when it comes to treating the lower riparians. If you look at Thailand, if you look at Laos and Cambodia and all these countries that are supposed to get water from China, China is choking their water and choking them dry. They can't sustain their agriculture anymore. They cannot sustain their farming anymore. And then China becomes Pakistan's ally to talk about how Indus water should be divided and distributed between different countries. Let me tell you something. Even before Pakistan, the right over the Indus River that belongs to the people of Gilgit-Baltistan, the people of Ladakh, the people of Jammu Kashmir. It is, we need to go back into history. What Prime Minister Nehru did by signing in this water treaty it's a huge mistake, because he this treaty bypassed the entire Jammu Kashmir and gave all the rights to Pakistan. In the last 78 years, no one has suffered more than the people of Jammu and Kashmir because of this treaty. So I'm not trying to play politics here by saying this treaty need to be completely erased and abolished. What I'm saying is that the right of the people of Jammu Kashmir comes first. The people of right of the people of Ladakh and Gilgit Baltistan comes first, and this treaty stands in their way. It's a huge obstacle. This treaty should be abolished. There's no reason to accommodate Punjab and Sindh when Punjab and Sindh has been abusing and oppressing the people of Gilgit-Baltistan and Mirpur Muzaffarabad and denying them their water rights. We have not received royalty over all these rivers that the Pakistani provinces have been receiving for the last, I don't know how many years since they had their first constitution in 1956, I guess. So this is something really important that we need to understand, that everything that China and Pakistan accuse India of, 5 minutes later they commit the same mistake and the same you know same crime against their own people. So they do not have any room here, or the the audacity of these people and their countries to talk about what needs to be done as far as the distribution of water is concerned. The right of the people of
All right.
Gilgit
Singh,
Baltistan and
we've
Ladakh
run out
and
of time, but I think we got in a very good discussion and a number of important perspectives pertaining to this development in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Thank you, gentlemen, for being a part of this conversation.